Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Gemini Cat Tarot. I think I'm in good shape for this one. I apologize again for the fact that my mic was not working, that it stopped halfway through the other reading. I felt like such a bonehead. Anyway, I'm glad you're back. The channel is starting to pick up a little bit. I still want to do some free readings, and there was actually a subscriber that reached out to me for a free reading. I've not heard from you. You didn't email me. My email is blch39@yahoo.com. Anybody that's interested, any subscriber that's interested in a free reading, you can put in comments, you can shoot me an email about what you want me to do a reading on for you. And I think what I'm going to do is just record the reading and email it back to you. I've not gotten, I don't know that I'm technologically advanced enough to do live readings yet, and I'm not even sure that I actually have the capability on YouTube yet. I'm not sure. Anyway, please like, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. Leave comments. I want to do a quick reading on Nick REINER. He, as I'm sure everybody has heard about Nick REINER, he's the one that allegedly killed his father, Rob REINER, and his mother, Michele. He apparently is in court now trying to get his trust. I think a lot of people misunderstand what he's trying to do. He's not trying to get an inheritance. He's trying to get a trust that was due to him when he turned 30, and for some reason he did not get it at the time. It's very possible he's been on and off drugs most of his adult life, I guess, so it probably had something to do with that if I had to guess. But anyway, I want to do, while we're here doing this on him, I want to do the first reading I want to do is on his energy at the time of the murder, the time that that Rob and Michele were killed. Nick has gone back and forth saying that he didn't do it, that he did do it, that he didn't know if he did it. I just don't know. I've not made a decision. He was allegedly very concerned and wanted everybody to check into where his siblings were at the time of the murder. So I don't know. I don't know if he did it or not at this point. There sure is a lot of evidence pointing in that direction, but it's all pretty much circumstantial, so who knows. Anyway, I want one card for the energy of Nick REINER at the time his parents were killed. Okay, or two, I guess. See, we got a 3 of Swords. Hey, Shabu. Shabu's coming to help Mama. Come on, Boo-Boo. Oh, Boo-Boo. Come on, baby. There you go, baby. Stay there. Stay there for Mama. Thank you. A 3 of Swords. Grief, sorrow, depression, deep emotional pain. I think very much. I think that holds true for him a good portion of the time. He has a lot of emotional issues, allegedly. The 9 of Swords also came out. Mental anguish. Dark thoughts. Okay, can I get a clarification for the 3 of Swords and the 9 of Swords? Clarification for the 3 of Swords, please. That was pretty quick. 3 months. See, it's the lunar eclipse card. Deep emotional cleanse at the end of the cycle, apparently. I don't know how long it's been. I'm trying to think how long it's been since they were murdered. I know it was right around Christmas. So maybe he's already gone through the emotional cleanse. I don't know. Because it says 3 months. Subconscious revealed. New emotional cycle. Now, he does appear to be, and I don't know if he's on his medication at this point. I know they had started him on a new medication at the time of the murders. That was allegedly one of the issues that people were concerned about. Clarification for the 9 of Swords. I want to also do clarification for the Nine of Swords, Spirit. Just one, please. Just one. Okay, 2 more shuffles and I'm going to pick it myself, Spirit. Okay, thank you. Okay, 3 of Cups. Time to celebrate. Actually, that was sideways when it came out. 3 of Cups upside down, under the influence. Now that's entirely possible. Someone else's influence or heavy partying. As I said, he did have a drug habit. Page of Coins, laying the foundation. Huh. So maybe he was under the influence and laying the foundation for what he believed he was trying to lay the foundation for his future, maybe. I don't know. Now I do want to do, I want 1 card for Rob Reiner's energy at the time of the murders, and 1 for Michelle's energy at the time of the murders. And also 1 for Nick as it related to Rob and Michele at the time of the murders. Okay, first one for Rob. I'm sure everybody knows who Rob Reiner is. He was a huge director. He was on All in the Family. He was very well known. 7 of Cups. Compromise, backing down. That kind of relates because it seems like he was always trying to calm Nick down. He was always trying to compromise with him. 7 of Wands, it's upside down. It means licking your wounds, basically. Somebody that backs down, tries to compromise, tries to end conflict. And was very much the case, I guess. He tried very hard to keep Nick calm. And he was pretty much the go-between Nick and anybody that there was a conflict with. And I'd like 1 for Michele. Michelle's energy at the time of the murders. Okay. 6 of Swords. Better times ahead. Michele, again, conflict resolved. She was always trying to bring peace, restore the peace, trying to keep things calm. When there was conflict between Nick and his dad, she was always the one that kind of, it sounds like they kind of worked together to kind of keep things, to keep Nick mellow, because he had I guess a very explosive temper. 1 card for Nick's energy at the time of the murders as it relates to Rob and Michele. The Lover's card. Now that is interesting. It means union, a connection. I don't understand that. Can I get a clarification on the Lover's card? It's a very strange card for his energy at that time, unless he too was trying to bring harmony. It looks like there definitely was a conflict happening of some sort. Because everybody, it looks like, was in conflict resolution mode. It's strange though, because it's typically thought of as a feminine energy, which doesn't necessarily mean it's a female. It could just be the softer side of somebody coming out. I want a clarification for the Lovers. 10 of Cups, storybook ending, harmony. It looks like Nick was trying to, and then I got a 3 of Swords. It looks like he was in deep pain, which makes sense, but it looks like he wanted harmony. It looks like he was striving for harmony. I would say that he wanted, by the looks of these cards, he wanted more than anything to be close to his parents, to have a harmonious relationship with them. But he was in deep emotional pain. Clarification for the Seven of Wands. Yeah, it looks like he was in a lot of emotional pain, which I think he has been. A Page of Swords is a clarification for the Seven of Wands. Page of Swords upside down. Playing mind games. That's interesting. Being cynical, not speaking the truth. Clarification for the Six of Swords. I'm sorry. This is interesting. It's very interesting. And we said this was for Rob. So I don't understand. If he had the energy of backing down, trying to make conflict, why would he be playing mind games unless that was his way, allegedly, of calming Nick down? The Queen of Swords. Mentally strong. There's a lot of mental issues going on here. Candid, quick-witted, inner strength. Okay, I'm going to do energy between Rob and Michele at the time of the murders, and then the energy between Rob and Nick at the time of the murder. This is very strange cards. These are not the cards that I was anticipating, or not that I was anticipating really any specifically. It's just, I have had, see the Star, lack of faith. Now it's between Rob and Michele. It's a hopelessness. And it doesn't necessarily mean that one of them didn't have faith in the other. It's possible that they just had the lack of faith in the circumstances, the situation. Maybe they didn't think they were going to be able to calm Nick down this time. It's interesting. And I want to have a card for the energy between Rob and Nick. This is very different than I thought it was going to be for some reason. I have had doubts all along, though, of Nick actually being the one that did this. I don't know. The Sun upside down. Very optimistic energy. Kind of a count your blessings kind of thing. So maybe Rob was, it's interesting because it looks like Rob Rob had complete faith that he was going to be able to get Nick calmed down, get him settled down, get things worked out. But Michele didn't have quite as much faith that was going to happen. A card for energy between Nick and Michele at the time of the murders. I always start out saying this is going to be a short reading, but you know how that goes. I hope this is recording. I'm not 100% sure that it is, but I think it is. Nine of Cups upside down. There's an emptiness, addiction. So it doesn't look like there was much of a relationship between Michele and Nick. And that's probably what this was about, this lack of faith that Rob was going to be able to calm him down, or that he was going to calm down. And that would explain why there was more optimism between Nick and Rob. Now I'm just going to ask a straight up yes, no question. Did Nick kill Rob and Michele? Give me one card to let me know if Nick allegedly killed Rob and Michele. Okay. Queen of Wands. Outgoing energy, courageous energy. Four of Cups, material attachment. Creature of habit. The Hierophant upside down. Non-conforming. The Tower, a narrow escape. Disaster averted. That gives me more questions actually than I've had about it. Because these all disaster averted. Unconventional life choices. Creature of habit. None of these, confident, courageous, none of these are cards that would make me think that there was any violence involved. I just don't know. I don't know that. What is the outcome going to be? Will Nick be found guilty? Give me one card to let me know if Nick will be found guilty. Or two is okay. Eight of Coins. Just sticking to it, keeping your eye on the ball kind of thing. Looking for confidence, inadequate, self-doubt, weakness. One more. If Nick is going to be found guilty. It looks like if he's going to keep his team anyway, is going to keep their eye on the ball, which I would expect him to do. There's some self-doubt there from Nick. Oh, come on, Spirit. Following your heart. Knight of Cups. Death upside down. Internal change. Temperance upside down. Impatient. Eight of Swords upside down. Mental strength. It's up to you. Take back your power. Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know, allegedly, if I believe that Nick did this or not. I've not been 100% sold on it, actually, from the very beginning. But the cost of becoming. We'll do an oracle card. And then I guess we'll call it done at that point, unless we get anything crazy. Yeah, I don't know, because Nick was, I guess, when he got to the hotel room, allegedly, he was covered in blood. It definitely had appeared as though he had been the one to kill them. But it's always been possible to me that he could have found them, and because he had been gone, I guess, that night, and he come home, and I think it's always been possible to me that he could have just found them, but I don't know. I think sometimes it can be easy to make somebody the bad guy when they have a history. Emptiness clears what fullness was hiding. That's interesting. The quiet got louder than your excuses. Emptiness clears what fullness was hiding. Anyway, I guess we'll just continue to watch and see what happens with Nick. I do think that he should, my opinion, for what it's worth, I do think that he should be able to get his trust money, because that had nothing. I mean, I guess I see why I wouldn't let him get an inheritance at this point, but the trust money was his money. It was supposed to be his 2 years ago, but he ended up not getting it for some unknown reason. Anyway, thank you all for visiting the channel. Like, subscribe, do all the YouTube-y stuff. Leave me comments. For the subscriber that reached out to me wanting a free reading, please get in touch with me. Thank you all. Have a blessed day.